angles review. Use the diagram for questions 1 through 4. Our diagram here shows two parallel lines, M and N, both being intersected or crossed by line T. Anytime we have intersecting crossing lines, we have certain angles that are created there. In this case, angle 1 and angle 3 are going to be vertical angles because they are opposite to each other, as well as angles 2 and 4 will be vertical angles. Looking at our second intersection, angle 5 and 7 will be vertical angles, and angles 8 and 6 will be vertical angles. Now, we also should notice that we have supplementary angles here, and that would be angles 1 and 2 are supplementary because they create that straight line, as well as angles 3 and 4 are supplementary. They create a straight line. Angles 5 and 8 are supplementary, creating a straight line. And angles 8 and 7 are supplementary, creating a straight line. Now, once we realize and know what we have going on here, now we can use our information to help us. They also tell us that the measure of angle 3 is 54 degrees. So our 54 degrees is angle 3. Here in question 1, they ask us, what is the measure of angle 1? Well, we know that angle 3 and angle 1 are vertical angles. They are opposite each other with the intersecting lines, so therefore they will have the same angle measure. So angle 1 is also going to be 54 degrees. Answer choice B. For question 2, which names a pair of vertical angles? Well, we've highlighted, marked with our arcs each of our pairs of vertical angles. So looking at our first one, answer choice A, 1 and 2, are those vertical angles? No, those are side by side, so they would not be vertical. Angles 1 and 4, are those vertical angles? Again, those are side by side, so no, those will not be vertical. Angles 2 and 3, also side by side, they will not be vertical angles. And 2 and 4. Here we have 2 and 4 are opposite each other on the intersecting lines. So yes, 2 and 4 will be vertical angles. Problem 3, what is the measure of angle 4? Well, we know that 3 and 4 are supplementary, meaning that they add together to equal 180 degrees because they create this straight line that we see here. So we know that the measure of angle 4, we'll call that X. If we add to that 54, they will add together to equal 180 degrees. So to solve for our X, we're going to do our inverse operation. We're going to subtract 54 from each side. That's going to leave us with X is equal to 126 degrees. Answer choice D. And finally, number 4, which pair of angles are not supplementary angles? So when we look at 3 and 4, those are side by side, creating a straight line. So those are supplementary. 5 and 8 are also side by side, creating a straight angle. So those are supplementary. 5 and 7, we notice those are opposite each other. Those are vertical angles, so they are not supplementary. And finally, 6 and 7, these create a straight angle, so they are supplementary. So 5 and 7 are the ones that are not supplementary.